You've turned up and they basically think you're his sister. They want to show you off to their friends. They just don't show you any affection. Tongue deep in front of your mates. If you let them, they will walk all over you. Why would they ever have any value to invest in you? Think about that. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome back, everyone. This is Men Know Nothing, Know Something. A bit of extra content coming your way on a regular basis. What we're doing is I'm basically going to be walking you through today 5 reasons that you know a man is just not into you. Take a listen. It's probably going to piss a lot of people off. You're not going to enjoy it, but it's probably going to be something that you need to know. The reason why I really wanted to get into this is because in today's dating age, there are so many ambiguities when it comes to the flirting game, the texting game, the breadcrumbing, the love bombing. Is he into me? Isn't he into me? I don't know where I stand. And it's fucking confusing. So I wanted to make a really easy way that you can watch this video and maybe some of these things might even trigger you. Number 1, they just don't show you any affection. Now, that doesn't mean tongue deep in front of your mates to basically see what you had for breakfast or slip in the digit. No one needs to see that. But there's a level of affection people are comfortable to show you in front of their mates. Usually hanging around with your friends and you bring a new partner into that scenario, it's probably the most vulnerable they're going to be. And if they're not comfortable putting a hand on your leg, giving you a kiss, giving you a hug, walking up with you to the bar, opening a door, showing you that level of affection, it maybe just means that they're not into you. If a guy is into you, he's not afraid to show you affection. He's not. Like in that early stages of dating, there's a buzz, there's an excitement. They want to show you off to their friends. They're excited to introduce you. And if there's a lack of that affection, it just basically just means that they might not be into you. You might just be their garlic bread. A bit on the side. His friends don't really know about you. You've turned up and they basically think you're his sister. They're baffled. They've never heard of you or seen you before. Just want to say, big sign that he might not be into you if none of their mates know about you. If you haven't met any of their friends after a couple of months or an extended period of time of meeting them, that's probably a big sign. Like I said, when guys were interested and we're invested into someone, we want to introduce you to our mates. We want to show you off. We want you to be around. You might just be his garlic bread. So watch out for that one. Number 2, they don't care about what's important to you. Their preference is always more important than your happiness. Things like family gatherings, meeting one of their mates. They just always want to put their preferences over what's going to be important to you. Now, if a guy's into you, he wants to make you happy. He's willing to take part. He's willing to go the extra mile. He's willing to get off the couch to go to that gathering that you wanted him to go to. He's willing to do that because he knows how important it is to you. When a guy really cares, he'll show up. That is the most valuable thing that we can give you, is our time. If they can't give you that, they're just not interested. Call of Duty can wait. We're very simple creatures. Leave us full, leave us empty, and we'll always be there for you. If they can't do that, probably a good sign they're just not into you. If you let them, they will walk all over you. It's really easy. If you show a guy that you have no standards, that you're willing to accept whatever they're going to give you, they will use that as a way to get whatever they want. Have some fucking standards. That is okay to have standards. It's okay to tell a guy that just does not fucking fly with me. And in some ways, we'll end up respecting you more for it. Because otherwise, if they don't respect you, why would they ever have any value to invest in you? Think about that. Number 3, they have issues planning anything with you. Everything is very vague plans. Everything is in the future. Everything is a maybe, we'll see. I need to see how next week's planning. That is the most frustrating thing I've ever heard. If someone's interested in you, they'll invest that time into you. It's not a problem. If a man's interested in you, he will plan. He will organize. He will do things for you. He will show up. If you're not, you're last minute and it's always for a Netflix and chill, that's a really big sign. They're probably just not into you. Last minute, last plans, you're probably his side piece. Also, when this does happen, they know that they're in control of everything. They know they hold all the cards. They know it's their game to play and you're just along for the ride. Number 4, Every single fight feels like an ultimatum. Now, in the beginning stages of any relationship, you're in that beta phase mode where you're kind of figuring out if you're the right fit, if you're meshing together, and that's fine. You know, you go through those moments where we had this argument. I don't know if this is like a difference in terms of what we're looking for or if this is something we can work through. If someone is into you after a period of time, not every single argument needs to feel like an ultimatum. It doesn't always feel like they're looking to jump ship. They're actually invested and they want to see where things go with you. They're not starting fights over stupid shit. They're not just arguing for the sake of it. They're not just trying to get a rise to maybe even get you to do the breaking that they don't want to do. I think a really important thing is in arguments as well, you can know, are they looking to break something or are they looking to build something? Number 5, FOMO. They stop worrying about all these other plans. They don't care. They don't care that there's a random party happening tonight. They don't care that their mates are going out on a Saturday. They have plans with you. They have stuff organized with you. They're not always thinking of what they're missing out on. By very definition, we are always missing out on everything all of the time. And I really do believe that when people aren't interested in you, they're so attuned with what's happening around them that they always have one foot in and one foot out. When a guy's into you, they're into you. They care far less about what's happening around them and they're far more interested in terms of what's happening in front of them. If you're with someone and they're always thinking what's happening then, like what's happening around them, it's a really good sign that they just might not be into you. Maybe they just don't find you very valuable, and that's okay. That is okay, but I think it's just important to notice those things. I think as Matthew Hussey said, it becomes less about FOMO and more about FOMO. So just to go over those 5 points, they don't want to show you affection. They're not comfortable in terms of being vulnerable around their friends. And if you're there, they're not comfortable showing you that they care about you in any sense of the way. Number 2, they don't care about what's important to you. You are not a priority. Most likely, you're their garlic bread. Number 3, they don't want to plan. Everything is last minute. It's always Netflix and chill or some random thing that's come out 30 minutes ago and they're just asking you to meet them off the cuff. Number 4, they're always ready to leave. They're always ready to pack up and walk away from the relationship. And number 5, they're always looking for what's better. Now, this isn't a one suit fits all. This doesn't mean this applies to every single person, but I feel it is a really good inclination where if you can look at these things and they apply to your situation right now, they might just not be into you. Have a think, rewatch it if you need to. This is Men Know Nothing, Know Something, and I'm done.